Hey friends, Heather here. So today I want to talk to you about meal planning and just show you a little bit about the way that I meal plan so that hopefully as we're going on this journey, and I know for myself, I can fit in that quick 30-minute workout and I can drink my Shakeology, but sometimes my meals fall a little to the wayside. And so I know that when I meal plan, when I can truly prepare the week ahead, I am way more successful on my health and fitness journey, and I truly see results a lot faster. So I just wanted to go over a little bit about what I do. Couple of tips first and foremost. Number one, whatever you have in your house, mine is ice cream. That is your vice. That is something that will tempt you, that you feel like is calling your name. Heather, the ice cream is in the freezer. Because truly, seriously, that is what happens to me. Get it out of your house. You know, I'm not saying that you can't have your ice cream or French fries or a pop or chips, whatever. I'm not saying you can't have those. I'm saying that if you know it's a weakness for you, keep it out of the house. And once a week, when you want to have a little treat for yourself, then go and get some out of the house. Just truly, for me, I will take the carton and I'll say, well, gosh, the faster I eat it, the faster it will be out of my house, which is ridiculous, right? So that's tip number one. Tip number two, have a water bottle ready. Just drink it all throughout the day. A lot of times we're not hungry. We can just fill up on some water. We can start filling our bellies with water. We can start hydrating ourselves and we can lose those hunger cravings. Third, make sure that if you know you're going to be out on the road, you're going to be doing errands, you're going to have a long day at the office, whatever, that you prepare healthy snacks ahead of time. That way, when you're on the road or you're at work and you have a craving, you are able to go and get the good foods, right? Because if you don't, fast food is right around the corner, or there might be a, I'm drawing a blank for what the name of it is, but where you put your vending machine, there you go, where you can just throw some money in and get something from the vending machine. So keep healthy snacks nearby. Those are my tips in the beginning. And so what I do, honestly, is I follow the 21 Day Fix meal plan guide. Currently I have the extreme one, and you can tell it's well loved. I love it. And I think like some food or water's gotten on it because I use it when I cook, and I have the Fixate cookbook as well, because it gives you a lot of great ideas and tells you what all the portions and everything are. But the reason this has worked for me is that I would think, oh, I can eat nuts. Nuts are healthy for me. And they are, but you also have to portion control that. Eating a whole bag of nuts is not going to do any good. Or even dried fruit. You think, oh, perfect, dried fruit, I'll grab it. Have you seen all the sugars in the dried fruit? Now, granted, fruit has its own sugars, but there's a ton in there. So you need to make sure that you are portion controlling even the good foods for you. So the first thing that you do when you go through this book is you are going to figure out and it's probably backwards for you guys. If it is, I'm sorry. You're going to figure out your caloric intake, and what that then will do is, you'll see here, just want to make sure you can see everything. What that will do is it will tell you how many of each container you can have, and it will tell you how many calories to consume. So I know for myself that if I fall into the first category, I'm allowed 3 green, I'm allowed 2 purple, 4 red, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. The next category, I want to make sure there's no glare. You get 4 greens, you get 3 purples, 4 reds, 3 yellows, 1 blue. I think the blue is the same across, and so is the orange. And then the teaspoons do change. So you're going to be using the containers throughout the day. It's not, like if you have 1 red container, you'll need to use that, depending on your thing, potentially 4 times throughout the day. They did drop the price. If you want to get more containers to have on hand, they did drop the price, which is really awesome. So you can get that container set. So once I do this, then I'm going to go over and I am going to look at the different, okay, so here's the container food groups. Then I'm going to look at, okay, what is a green? And they have it for each of them: purple, red, yellow, blue. Let's see, they have the orange containers, and they have your teaspoons and your free foods that you can have. Those are a lot of spices and things like that. So that is where you are going to start. You need to determine where you are as far as what category you fall in for how many you can have of each in your calorie chart. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start filling it out. So that's what I want to show you next. Okay, so I want to show you my paper and what I do and how I fill this out so that you can see how much food you actually are going to eat, because it's kind of crazy how much food you're eating. So let me see how I can, I don't know if I can turn this around. So I'm going to try to bring it down. Oh, let's see. Okay, I believe that you guys can see my paper. I'm going to try to adjust a little bit so that you can really see what I'm doing over here. Hopefully that's the case. I wish that I could tell. Okay, hopefully you guys are good. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, hopefully we're good. I'm going to write green, purple, red, yellow, blue, and orange. Okay, so those are my categories that I have. I think you guys can see this. So then over on the side here, I'm going to write be fast for breakfast. Then I'm going to write snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then on occasion, I'll have some containers left over. So then I will have a snack. Okay, so from there, I am going to, okay, I just want to make sure you guys can see this. Okay, so then I'm going to draw a line, and underneath, I know that I can have, well, actually up above first, I'm going to do 3 green. I can have 2 purple, 4 red, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange. So then, once I fill one in, I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. I'm going to put it at the bottom so that you can see, I can see how many I've done. So, for breakfast, I always have my Shakeology. And in my Shakeology, I put spinach because I need a way to hide my veggies sometimes. So, thinking you guys can see that. Then, for snack, I'm going to have, and this might sound silly for you, but it's enough for me, a half a tortilla and a half a yellow container of refried beans, which surprisingly is really a lot. And then I'm going to add cheese, and I'm going to cook that up, and that's going to be my snack. So right now, because I have half of those, I have 1 yellow and 1 blue. For lunch, I'm going to have carrots and celery. Again, you just fill up your container. So that's one. I'm going to have tuna fish. Now for me, I don't always like a lot of bread with my food and my sandwiches and stuff. So I can leave it off. If you know that that's a thing for you, you could put bread in the yellow section. It's just not something that I need to do. And then I'm going to have carrots and celery, and I'm going to have some tuna fish. That will probably be filling for me, especially since I'm going to have a snack soon. So in my snack, oh wait, let me make sure I filled this in. I have 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, then for my snack in purple, I'm going to have some strawberries. I'm going to have some plain Greek yogurt. And over here in my orange, I'm going to have a little bit of chocolate chips. It's not on the list, but I like it. And it makes food yummy. And it's not. Like I said, it's the portion control, so it's good. It's not a lot. For dinner, I'm going to do some asparagus. And I really think that, I think it said 10 asparagus strands, strips, whatever. So now I have 3 greens done. I am going to have steak. So now I have my 4. I mean, this is a lot of food here, guys. I'm going to have mashed potatoes. So that's all those. And these are both done. And then I can have like an apple maybe with some cinnamon on it or whatever at the end of the night. And then I have filled in all of my food choices. So then what I like to do, back to me now. Then what I like to do is I like to fill that out for the week, because what that does is it allows me to really meal plan when I go grocery shopping. And what I can do is I can just take a whole day and put it on to my next week if I really like the food that I ate that day. And if maybe one day I didn't really love my dinner, or I needed more in a certain area, wanted to change some things out, whatever, I could do that. So if I wanted to have a full tortilla with just cheese, I could. I just wouldn't be able to add the refried beans. Because you're only allowed, well, I could have 2. Actually, I could have a whole tortilla and I could have a whole refried beans, but that would be my 2 yellows for that day. I mean, you really just kind of have to play around with it and see how it works. I have had, for breakfast, I had a waffle, and I had 2 eggs, and I had an apple, and that was, and I even think some bacon. And so already 2 of my reds were gone, but as long as you meal plan it through the day and you know where the rest of your reds are going to go, you can easily have meals that you want and that you're going to enjoy. That is what I love about this. You truly are eating a lot. You're just eating the right portions, but you're still eating the food that you love. Another thing I would like to do is maybe snap a picture, take a picture of like your meal for the day, and then in our group we can, or not your meal, but your meal plan for the day, and then in our group we can send it, so that is another key to being accountable, that we can say, okay, this is what I'm going to eat today. And then even after our post, we can reply to our picture and we can say, you know, I was successful, or maybe I struggled in this area, maybe I need to tweak something or whatever. But we're here to do this together. And I really feel like meal planning and then taking a picture of it and then commenting about how we did will definitely help us hold each other accountable. I'm really so very thankful to be going on this journey with you. And I really think that this will be the next crucial step in just us really getting the results that we want and being successful. I love you guys. Have a great day.